Hello and welcome to another session during which I'll be working on my drakon renderer. It's a session in the series Programming Daily. Today I decided to give Visual Studio Code a chance, again, simply because I just wanted to try something new, and the ratio of terminal to code to my directory explorer should be a little bit better, I hope. But this means I need to rebuild my container that hosts my development environment. So it will probably take a while. Now, yesterday I feel we made pretty good progress with rendering connections, avoiding possible clashes. We implemented this function, I'm pretty happy with. I cleaned up the code a bit, and I experimented with various scenarios, like, for example, what would happen if the line needs to bypass two icons and that scenario works. For now, maybe let's not focus too much on lines that could potentially collide with other lines. We don't have a scenario like that. So my plan for today is to continue working on this real-life diagram. So far, we've made a tremendous progress of implementing the headline icon, of fixing this bypass. We don't have yes and no yet, so maybe this is a good opportunity for today to create some issues and do a little bit of admin while the environment is getting ready. Oh no, it is already ready. Perfect. Already ready. So I'm pretty happy with this. Now, what I discovered yesterday was that, what I noticed yesterday is that the gap between these dependents of Hello World icon 3 and these dependents of Hello World icon 3 is suspiciously large. And I thought, oh, it's probably just a silly issue with the layout engine. And I created an issue that we will probably be working on at some stage. And I spent some time looking into it, and I noticed that it might not be as easy as I thought, because the reason why this gap exists is the layout engine removes duplicates. So what it means is, see, in the first pass of the program trying to position icons given in the input, it just tries to position all dependents of everything, regardless of if those dependents have already been positioned. So if we look at this diagram, which is a bit easier to digest, Hello World icon end, which is the last one, is a dependent of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 icons. So technically, if we don't remove it as a duplicate, it should appear 5 times here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, I have this remove duplicates function called at the very end of the positioning, which means once the duplicates are removed and only the first one remains, the graph does look cleaner, but what is not happening is icons that do depend on those removed duplicates should be positioned, right, to be connected somewhere closer to the first occurrence of the icon that is duplicated. This never happens, and this is why we have those gaps. So it's pretty unfortunate. So if we were to look at why exactly the gap here happens between this icon and this icon, See, icon 6 depends on icon 3, but if you were to see how much space all dependents of icon 3 take, you would see that this row is taken, this row is taken. So the first available row for drawing these dependents is here, row number 3. This is unfortunate. I don't have a good idea how to solve this yet, though, but I probably will at some stage. For now, the graph is not incorrect, even according to drakon standards. So let's just leave it as it is for now. And the issue is created. Now, the plan for today. What I had in mind for today was either to continue working on this real-life diagram or to fix these connections. These look clean, but are not correct from this standpoint of drakon, because they do converge into one line. That's good, but they should be entering the hello world icon here, just like this connection does. I believe it's relatively simple to correct. Famous last words. So maybe let's do it. No, let's do something else today. Today is Friday, so let's take it a little bit easier today. Let's continue with the real life diagram, and I'm very curious if the engine in its current shape can render this bypass, where we have a question, where a no goes here and a yes goes straight to another icon. And I do have to apologize for the content of these icons. I'm not sure why this is so focused on operations on brains, but we'll stick with it because the graph is complex enough. I took it from Wikipedia. I'm not sure why it is like that. Anyway, and the real life diagram, we already have some icons defined. So here in the run script, let's change the drakon diagram to real life diagram. I think I'm running into the same problem as previously, where I need to run this as super user. Let's close this thing. What I did is I closed my Visual Studio Code, which killed the container. I really need to do something with this run. Because every time I restart the container, Cabal tries to pull all dependencies, and it takes ages. So let's allow it to run. So we have the real life diagram. Let's inspect how it would look like. So we have the transport title icon, depends on two, cryopreservation, which is a headline. That goes to the question perfusion. Yep. A perfused brain should have identifier 4. That depends on 6. So this simple diagram should render this plus like an arbitrary end icon. What we need now is a new icon that is a question. Let's put it here. Can a pathologist remove the brain? Okay. Let's go. Remove brain. It's a question of identifier 6. Doesn't depend on anything yet. Let's give it name 100. So if yes, this goes to 100, but if no, it goes to another question. We'll have a D7. And if yes, it also goes to 100. If no, it goes to a new action that will create quickly. Oh, we need to change the description. Can we find another way to remove the brain? Oh. This, let's say. goes to 100 for now. Sorry, that should be the question. And this one, the action should be mbound. This is all very grim and probably in the spirit of Halloween. So 6 depends on 100, but also it depends on 7. 7 depends on 100 as well, but it also depends on 8. And 8 depends on 100. All right. This is good enough. We have the preparations done. And in the meantime, while it builds, you probably noticed that, well, these diagrams, the real life diagrams, have yes and no rendered on top of the connections. We don't yet. So as the environment is getting ready, maybe we should render those yes and no's. I used to have them in my old rendering branch, like a backup branch. Maybe we can just restore it. In the meantime, this was one of the reasons I wanted to install code and try it for my daily development of drakon renderer, was the breadth of available extensions. So let's see if we have an extension for SVGs. Let's see if this works. Yep, it does work. That's good. So let this install, and in the meantime, let's create an issue for rendering yes and no text on the output of questions. Well, this code is still building. Let's go to my backup branch and see how those yes and no's are getting rendered. Here. And let's see how I render text now. I need to install Haskell extension. Just syntax. Okay. Oh, this is going to be tricky. Well, it's not pretty, but maybe we can make it pretty later. Yeah, those arbitrary ratios. That's fine. Now this is still building. So in the meantime, I can possibly assign the issue to myself. And mark it in progress. Let's see this text function. So as the environment is getting ready, maybe we can go back to the layout engine. Maybe we can start thinking about how to mitigate this remove duplicates issue. Now, one thing that comes to mind immediately is that we wouldn't have to remove duplicates if during positioning we didn't insert duplicates in the first place. and we do insert duplicates, when the name of a positioned icon that is being rendered already exists in the list of positioned icons. So maybe it's just as simple as checking if we have positioned icons already here. So far, I've been working with this concept of max x that determined how the dependent nodes should be inserted into the diagram. So the max x for this would be probably 2, because the row 2 was the biggest, well, highest identifier of a row that's being inserted into. But now that the row 2 is gone, max 2 should not be 2, it should be 1. So max is probably not the best concept. I'll leave a comment here for myself. Oh, I think that would be best. Let's find and finally build. Let's see, what is wrong here? Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, of course. My text function currently does not have the position in which the text should be placed. This is why it's not compiling. It's fine. Let's go back here to this branch. Let's check how I've done it here. Just double. Translate X, translate Y. Got it. So maybe I'll just copy this. Oh, this is already done. I already have the translation. Let's just translate it by 0, 0. Lovely. I'm not expecting this to look correct, but should compile. No? Oh, and now obviously everybody wants it. Okay, this looks promising. And now let's see how it looks like. All right. All right. Let's check with the... You know what? Hold on a second. This is an old diagram, isn't it? Yeah, I just built it. Sorry. All right. Ooh, this is looking way better. So, you know what? Excuse me, real life diagram, one diagram. Going to the bin. Delete permanently. But you beautiful creature, you stay. Okay, let's see. Perfusion, perfuse the brain. ES goes here, nose goes here. Question, kind of pathologist. Remove the brain. Let's see. ES goes to the end. So this is almost correct. I'm liking this yes and no here. I'm liking yes and no here, but I'm not liking yes and no here. Yes should go here. Maybe it should. Oh, yeah. So we have a number of things to fix, but it is not looking as bad as I initially thought. So let's create a couple of issues for the vast drakon renderer team, aka myself, and let's address them. But before we do, I want to see how this action would look like. So So this is an action. Depends on the end. And now, I'm very curious how this is going to work. Oh no, I made a mistake. See, this should not have path validation. Well, it's fine. We have validation ideas. Sorry. 100 was good here. Remove brain. Should go to 9 and 7, where 9 is the remove brain icon from here. I have a I have a feeling that remove the brain will not be rendered here, but instead it will be rendered here. And I wonder if we can fix it. Maybe we can. Oops. So I'm thinking, oh, this one is not correct at all. So this is not too bad, but let's go back to, to our previous shape without, previous input without icon 9. Because it was a little bit easier to spot issues there. So, issue number 1. If connections go like this, yes and no is actually rendered correctly. What is not rendered correctly is the outgoing connections from the question icon. Yes should always go down and no should always go to the right. All right, so I think we've made pretty good progress today. Let's just update the issue. No. This is good enough. Mhm. More progress, but we're not there yet. All right. I think we're good for now. So thank you very much for sticking with me. I hope this is entertaining for you. It is to me. And yeah, have a good day and see you during the next one.